She was introduced to the world as a genius who would change medicine forever. At just 19 years old, Elizabeth Holmes claimed she had the future in her hands. Her company was called Theranos, and its promise sounded almost magical. Medical tests using only one tiny drop of blood. No needles, no pain, and results in minutes. It sounded too good to be true, but people wanted to believe. Investors didn't just listen to her pitch. They trusted her completely. Some of the most powerful people in America joined her board. Former generals, politicians, and billionaires. At its peak, Theranos was valued at $9 billion. Elizabeth Holmes became a billionaire on paper. Magazines compared her to Steve Jobs. The media called her the future of healthcare. But behind closed doors, the reality was very different. The technology simply didn't work. The machines produced inaccurate results. Some tests were dangerously wrong. Inside the company, engineers knew the truth. But speaking up came at a high cost. Employees who questioned the system were threatened. Lawsuits and intimidation kept them silent. Theranos secretly used traditional blood testing machines, while telling investors they had revolutionary technology. For years, the illusion held strong. Until one journalist started asking the right questions. The Wall Street Journal began its investigation. And cracks started to appear. Regulators soon stepped in. Government inspections followed. The truth could no longer be hidden. Theranos was officially exposed. Investors lost billions of dollars. Years of trust disappeared overnight. Worse than money, patients were put at risk. Real lives were affected by false results. Elizabeth Holmes denied all accusations, even as evidence continued to pile up. Eventually, the courts took control. Criminal charges were filed. The once celebrated billionaire was no longer untouchable. Her empire was collapsing fast. Elizabeth Holmes was found guilty of fraud. Multiple counts, no escape. She was sentenced to prison. A shocking fall for Silicon Valley. Theranos became one of the biggest scandals in tech history. A cautionary tale. It proved that hype is not the same as truth. And confidence is not competence. Ego blinded investors, employees, and the public, including Elizabeth herself. Billions followed a dream without proof. And paid the price. Every empire eventually falls. Especially those built on lies. Power without truth is always dangerous. No matter how convincing it looks. This was the rise and fall of Theranos. And the woman who fooled the world.